Hey all, hope you're doing well. Quick catch up today on what's actually happening across ICP and Bitcoin L1. funnAI just rolled out some clean upgrades with Amazon. Claude made NFTs fully on-chain the way they should be. And RichSwap now supports Rune-to-Rune swaps natively on Bitcoin. All useful, all live, links are below. If you want to support what we do here, no ads, no paid spin, the donation details are there too. Let's get into it. First up, funnAI has just rolled out its latest feature release in partnership with Amazon, and it's clear they are focusing heavily on user experience. The standout is the new live dashboard. It now gives users real-time data on metrics and supply, meaning you can see what's going on across the platform without lag or refresh. For anyone who is tired of dashboards that feel like you are checking yesterday's news, this is a welcome shift. There is also a completely revamped interface. It flows better, it is easier to navigate, and generally feels like it's been designed with usability in mind. The login model's been rebuilt too, so access is now quicker and more streamlined. What's maybe most interesting though is the whale detector. It flags large transactions in real time, which can be helpful not just for data tracking, but also for understanding larger movements in the ecosystem as they happen. You also get a countdown for the next reward drop, making it easier to time engagement and activity. During beta testing, users pointed out they wanted more transparency and cleaner navigation, and it seems like funnAI listened. The new rollout directly responds to that feedback while still leaving room for more granular tools and deeper analytics down the line. Early reactions have been broadly positive, particularly from regular traders who rely on fast, clean dashboards. Of course, some users have called for even more customization and detailed views, especially for power users who are tracking multiple data points at once. So that might be where funnAI looks next. Either way, this release feels like a step in the right direction, prioritizing responsiveness and user control in a way that both retail users and more seasoned traders can appreciate. Next, let's talk about what Claude just launched and why it matters if you care about real ownership of your digital assets. Claude has rolled out a new feature that lets users view their NFTs directly through the platform's My page under the NFT assets section. On the surface, that might sound fairly basic, but what makes this different is how the NFTs are stored and displayed. All the NFTs are fully on-chain and they comply with the ICRC7 standard. That means they are not relying on some off-chain storage solution or IPFS pointer. What you see on the page is what's on the blockchain, fully verifiable, fully yours. This is in contrast to the way most platforms handle NFTs today, where only partial data or references are stored on-chain. That creates gaps in trust, especially if the external file host goes offline or is altered. With Claude's approach, transparency and permanence are baked in, and it's clearly aimed at people who value verifiable ownership, not just shiny visuals. The team has also said that more features are coming soon. These include support for other types of on-chain items, the ability to transfer NFTs, and even trading via a built-in on-chain marketplace. That could be a big deal for anyone who wants more control over how they manage their assets without leaving the platform or depending on centralized bridges. It's part of a wider shift we are seeing away from centralized platforms and towards more open, permissionless Web3 systems. Claude's decision to go with ICRC7 also signals that they are aligning with emerging best practices in how assets are structured and stored. If they can follow through on the transfer and marketplace side, this could become a strong platform for collectors and developers alike who want to build or own digital assets that can't be easily taken away or altered without their consent. And finally, RichSwap has introduced a new runes-to-rune swap feature that's worth paying attention to, especially for anyone involved in Bitcoin native DeFi. The swap allows users to directly trade Rune tokens with each other, and it all runs on Bitcoin Layer 1. This is important because it reduces the need for multiple Rune pairings. Now you just need one Rune Bitcoin liquidity pool to enable trades across different Rune tokens. That makes things a lot more efficient and reduces price slippage. Here's how it works. It's a two-step process that happens in one smooth transaction. Your Rune A is first swapped to Bitcoin, and then the Bitcoin is instantly used to buy Rune B, all packed into a single PSBT or partially signed Bitcoin transaction signed by smart contracts. This is where decentralized PSBT signing or DPS comes in. It helps lower the cost, reduce network load, and avoid custody risk since everything happens within one atomic process. For liquidity providers, it's a pretty straightforward deal. You earn 0.7% of all trading volume in fees, and there is no permission needed to create a pool. Once your Rune is listed, it's accessible for trades and integrated into the ecosystem. It also shows what RichSwap's or Rune's exchange environment is built to handle. The project is pushing for a version of DeFi on Bitcoin that doesn't rely on wrapping assets or bridging to other chains. That said, some caution is still warranted. Earlier this year, RichSwap dealt with a contract exploit that led to a temporary shutdown. Since then, the team has patched vulnerabilities and committed to ongoing audits and security measures. But it's a reminder that even layer 1 based solutions aren't immune to smart contract risk. Mobile users have responded positively so far, particularly with wallet integration that makes Rune trading smoother. Still, some users may prefer to see more testing and security validation before committing liquidity, which is totally fair given past issues. The new swap feature definitely makes trading more accessible and efficient for those already using Runes. Whether it becomes a long-term core feature will depend on how well it holds up under volume and real-world use. Quick heads up before we wrap. Valor has just launched the first ever staking ETPs for ICP and HBAR on the 6 Swiss exchange. These are fully regulated products with yield baked in, worth keeping an eye on. That wraps it up for this week's episode of Ledger Live. We covered fuNAI and Amazon's dashboard upgrade, Claude's move to fully on-chain NFT viewing, and RichSwap's new Rune-to-Rune swap feature, all showing how teams are working to make crypto tools more practical and accessible. Remember, these projects are evolving fast. Try them if they fit your use case, but as always, do your own research and look into how they handle security and usability before getting in. All the project links are in the description below. If you would like to support Ledger Live and help keep independent crypto media going, donations are always welcome. It helps us stay focused on research, reporting, and stories that matter. The donation details are in the description. And if you want the ICP update straight to your inbox, don't miss our free weekly newsletter. You can sign up at the link below. Thanks again for watching. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And we'll see you next time on Ledger Live.